What is up, DG Army? Nethervvoid, also known as John, doing more DungeCraft for you today. We're going to do the sorting system, and I wanted to tell you real quick, I'm actually recording after the fact here. These are Redpower item managers. They're new. There's a bug in them now where if you break a chest that's connected to one, it will crash your server or your files and render them corrupt, and you have to go in them and edit them. I just had to do it with DungeCraft. So just remember, break the manager first, then break the chest, okay? Or just take the stuff out and move them around. You don't even need to break the chest. So let's get into it. Hold on, guys. Welcome to episode 22 of my Season 3 DungeCraft. Pretty cool. Logging in, getting ready, and sorry we didn't get to the sorting system last week. We did get the extra dimensional barrels, and you can see I've already kind of changed the setup a little bit here because I was messing around trying to get my sorting system working, at least in test, because I've never used the block I'm about to try out. Now, what we're going to need here is we're going to need a bunch of managers, one for each of my chests and buckets. These Redpower managers are a brand new item at Redpower that will help sort, and they work a lot like logistics pipes if you know how those work. They're very intelligent as far as where they're sending items, but as you can see, they're very costly to make. The regulator, a sorting machine, and all these other items. We're definitely going to need tons of red dope wafers, but I've cooked a lot of them up in preparation for this build. I knew I was going to be using these since I saw them being used. Filter plan, we are not going to need that. So probably going to want to get a third Redpower table set up, and probably just going to make it right there. Although it's going to be kind of funky because it's not going to match with the plan I've been using as far as delineating which project tables do what. But I think that's fine. I mean, for now it'll be cool. I'll fix it probably in the future, because we're going to need lots of space for this little project. So we're going to use this one. Let's put our doped wafers in there right now, red doped wafers. We're going to put our sorting machine plan. What else isn't used in that? Let's see, sorting machine, we're going to need filter. We're going to need the buffer, the item detector. Okay, so item detector, we're going to need filter. I know we have one of those. Buffer, we also have one. We don't have an item detector. We will get one of those, though, in a second here. We only have one plan left, so we might have to make some more plans. Okay, so we've got a filter, sorting machine, buffer, and we're also going to need a couple other ones. Let's start working on those. So let's start with the regulator, since apparently that's pretty tough. The buffer we have, the item detector we don't, which is red dope wafers. As you can see, let's count how many red dope wafers we need for each one of these. 2, 4, none there. So 4, 6 red dope wafers so far. 8, 9 red doped wafers per manager. So we're going to need like 180 of these things or something like that. So we're probably going to run out, and I think I have some more over here. Just very, very few. I'm probably going to, let's get some more cooked up. Probably do that off camera since I probably don't have any more of those. Actually, let's just get that working right now. Let's get a whole stack of sand and a whole stack of coal here and just get that sucker cooking up in our alloy furnaces here, because I know we're going to need those suckers. Actually, we got a bunch of them right there. Good. So why don't we just use this then to cook up the ones that we do have. Let's see. I think I ran out of redstone, right? Did I say I ran out of redstone? Yeah, I got one piece. So let's go downstairs. I'll be right back. I'm going to get that all set up. Hold on. Alright, so those are cooking up. Now, where were we? Okay, we're working on this regulator here. Let's do the item detector. That's correct. We're going to need pneumatic tubes. So we're going to need lots of brass. We don't have a lot of brass, do we? Let's see, tin and copper. Wow, we're probably going to have to go downstairs again. We really should upgrade these guys. Are these guys almost done? Almost. Oh, they are. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to get this cooking up, and I'm going to get some more materials off camera, and then we will be back making those regulars and item detectors. Alright, I think I've got what we need here. As you can see, I've piled a lot of resources in here. I think this is everything. But first, let's make some pneumatic tubes. We're going to need a lot of those. So we'll just make 64. We're going to try to work with 64 units at a time of everything. That way we can try to do this. So if we're going to need 18 of these, we're going to need 36 buffers. So why don't we get started with the buffers first? We might as well put that before the filter plan. 36 of these is going to consume quite a bit of our resources. As you can see, we're out of iron bars. Make another 64. And let's see, how many more do we need? Lots. We need one more buffer. Okay, so we need one more set of iron bars. That should be easy enough. As you can see, it's already consuming lots of our iron here. That's fine. There we go. 32. Actually, no. 36 buffers. Okay. Already herp derping this. This is going to be just a lot of materials, but it's definitely worth it. We'll see when all these item managers get set up. So we're out of wood. Alright, let's just remedy that. Probably going to need to get some more wood. There, we got all our buffers. Now I'll just put them down here because we don't need them for right now. Okay, the next thing we're going to need is 18 item detectors. So item detectors, pressure plate. Let's see, let's just do it like this. Let's see, brass ingots on the sides here. These are going to be our first red doped wafers, 2 of them. Pressure plate in the middle, and then pneumatic tubes on top and bottom. That is what they said, right? Brass? Let's see, hold on. Oh, wood on the bottom. Gotcha, okay. So wood down here. Gonna need 18 of these. Nice. Okay, now I don't think we need pressure plates anymore, so that's gonna help us a little bit with space. I know I'm gonna need more wood, because I'm already running out. Let me just go grab a couple stacks of that, just to be sure I don't have to do it again. Alright. So we've made, let's see, now we've made the item detector and the buffers. We should be able to make our regulators now. Just brass, buffers, item detectors. Let's see. Let's do that. Even though it's not working currently, we will do it like this. Let's see. Regulators. Okay. So we need brass. Oops. Brass there, and we're going to need more brass, I think. Let me just go get some real fast. I still have some cooking. There we go. Nice. Alright, so more brass. We're going to need, let's see. We're going to need buffers. I thought buffers went on top. Oh, they do. Buffers go on top and bottom. Where are you, buffers? Don't need these yet. Buffers on top and bottom. Item regulator, or item detectors. And then red dope wafers on the sides. And wood on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, good. We're not going to be able to make enough here because we don't have enough wood. So I'm going to use this real quick to get us more wood. Oops, nope. Go get some wood. Okay, there we go. 64. Let's get a couple stacks. I love when I do that. Let's just leave it sideways. It looks kind of funny. Okay, so more wood. There we go. That's what she said. 18 of these bad boys. All right, good. We're getting pretty quickly through this build. Sorting machines, a little bit easier. Still going to consume tons, especially iron. We're going to need probably more iron. Let's do the filter. That's piston, cobble, and some red dope wafers and gold. But we have a piston creator over here. Probably don't... Actually, there's no gold in a piston. So we need... Oh, we're out of wood. Well, that's fine. We made a bunch of that. Actually, we got one right here, don't we? So we need 18 of those, right? 1, and we need more redstone. I pulled some of that up here. Let's see. I think we need iron, too. I think we're out of iron. Nope, just cobble. So I'm going to have to go over here and get some cobble. Trying to get through with this building of the sorting machine in sorting system in one go. I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to do it just perfect without needing iron there. Okay. So filter. Actually, let's just put the filter plan in there. There we go. Actually, that's interesting. Oh, we don't have any cobble. Yeah, duh. Alright, let's get some cobble. Okay. So now we have cobble. We need 18 filters. Again, going to consume so many resources. It's not even funny. 4, 5, 6. I thought 16. Huh, okay. Thought we had enough. That is going to do it. But man, look at how close we are to being out of iron. Isn't that funny? Well, it's not funny. It's not funny. That's the thing. Alright. 18 filters. Now we're going to need the sorting machine itself, which I'm almost positive we're not going to have enough iron. We'll see, but no, it's going to run out because that's only enough for 10. Let's go get another stack real fast. I've been turning it off while I get resources, the recording, just because I'm tired of running out of time before we finish this thing. It's really annoying. So I'm trying to get these projects done kind of in one sitting here. And we got a sorting machine plan, don't we? So we're missing the, okay, let's put those in. Now we should be able to go, 18, baby. All right, now we're ready to make the actual manager itself. More iron, more blue alloy ingots. I did not anticipate that. We should be cooking some up over here. Let's see how many we got. Ha! 20! Nice, let's do more, because I know I'm sure I'm going to need it. And we can have a little bit of nickelite up here still. I'm definitely going to turn the, oh, that's not the one we want. Let's put it in here. And let's take these out so it'll make more brass for us. It'll stop if it reaches capacity like that. Okay, so we've got more now, like so. We've got filters in here, right? Where to meet sorting machines? Oh, we don't need that now. We don't need this as well. Now we need regulator. Okay, so I'm not gonna. Should I? Oh, we didn't teach this thing regulator, did we? Oh well, let's teach it item manager. I don't think I'll be making a lot more of these, but it would be nice to have this all set up so I don't have to screw around with it a lot. That goes in the middle, and there, and what is it? Okay, wood, and iron on top. That is not going to be enough iron. Damn. Oh my god. I can't wait to get this. This is how bad I want to sort this thing. It doesn't seem like it because it's taken so long just to get to this episode. I mean, it's episode 22 and I'm just doing my sorting system. But I'm trying to use... there's just so many new mods and so many different cool ways to do these things now. Oh, I didn't teach it the plan. I ran out of red wafers. Let's go get some more. I cooked up a little bit more. This might not be enough. We'll see. Probably is... it'll make 11 more. Ah, perfect. Oh my god, it's the perfect amount. Okay, let's do that again. Let's teach it this time instead of just zooming past. Iron on top and wood. And taut. Okay. Now we're running out of wood. That's okay, we got some more. Bam! 18 managers. Extremely expensive item, but extremely worth it at the same time. These things are ridiculous, and you're going to see why they're so ridiculous when we start setting it up. So let's just start doing that. I'm going to come down here with my managers. I've already pretty much got everything set up how I want it as far as up here. I'm just going to start placing those things, and I should probably get out my... you know what? Let me clean my inventory up. I'll be back. Alright, so I got everything I need, cleaned it all up, and I'm ready to rock. So I'm going to put one of these on every chest. So I'm going to shift click, and can I put... Oh, no, got to jump. There we go. Now I'm going to turn this guy so that the bottom is facing down. Oh, crap! It's actually... I didn't know it would do that. It's just pumping out the items. I did not know it would do that. It is so crazy. How the heck am I going to do this? Because it's hooked up to power right there. Maybe I'll have to give it a redstone signal to stop that sucker. Because it's working with stuff that's already got stuff in it. Oh, I did not know to do that. I've only screwed around with it with empty chests. How's this going to work? Because if I hook it up... Let's see, maybe I need to hook it up to a pipe system like right away. Okay, so let me do this. Let's do this. Alright, he's upside down right now. He's going to get power though. Let me hook up a pipe right here. I don't think he'll spit stuff out if there's a pipe. And am I right? Yes. Okay, that means he's blocked up though. He's stopped up. He's trying to do something and he can't do it. Or she, doesn't really matter. But let's stop the video real quick. I'm going to show you about a 10-minute thing on managers to show you what they do, because I'm not going to be able to show you all the modes and stuff in this video, because I'm not going to use them. But I want you to know about managers and how powerful they are. So hold on a second. We're going to watch that little clip in my test world. So today we're going to learn about managers, a new block from Redpower. And it's just a lot easier to show you in this setup here, where I've already got stuff set up that I want to show you, rather than try to do it in the Let's Play, because I'm not going to be doing some of these options for a while. So the item manager, luckily enough, only has 2 buttons right now, and there's only 2 modes with this thing, which is really nice. Well, it's nice to have more options, but when you first come into Redpower and you try to use the sorting machine, it's got like 6 different options with 3 sub options or something like that. So it's a lot harder to learn, especially when there are no tooltips. So anyway, the item manager obviously needs Bluetricity. It used to be called item manager, now it's just called manager. And it has two settings here. This setting right here, it doesn't care how many blocks or how many items it has in the chest. It just says I would like to keep these chests or these items in this chest. As you can see, it's got some wood, stone, and sandstone. Right? So that's the first mode. The second mode is this mode that says I want to keep exactly this count of this item in this chest, and you can see this chest does have that item count. So it's kind of in supplier mode right now. This mode just says I am managing these items in this chest. My chest will only have these items in any quantity. So that's kind of neat, and you can set up, that's why I'm going to be setting up my sorting system to basically have an item manager for each one of my chests. Now you can see the item manager can have 24 items, so it's a little more confined than the sorting machine, but trust me, managing this thing, or managing the manager, that's interesting. Getting this thing set up and just doing the maintenance on it is a lot more simple than using the sorting machine. The sorting machine does have its purpose, but to me the manager is a much better sorting system for just sorting out your general chests. Now, what's also cool, again in supplier mode, and let's turn this to 1, these numbers here indicate the priority of the manager. So on your regular sorting system, you might have priority 0, meaning these guys are just your generic managers to make sure that all the extra items that you have lying around are in the chest that you've assigned. So any extra cobblestone, any extra sandstone, or oak wood planks that my system doesn't need just stays in this chest here. Now, let's say this guy over here, he's supplying an auto crafting system, and he says, look, this chest needs 2 stone at all times. If that ever disappears because it's been crafted or you took it out or something, I want 2 more stone. So let's see how that works, and obviously, this is on priority 1. If it was on priority 0, these 2 would fight over who was priority. So we'll set that guy to 1. And now let's pull the 2 stone out and see what happens. It should pull it. This guy should say, hey, oh, priority 1 guy needs 2 more stone. I should give it to him. But first, before we do that, you can see that the 2 red indicator here means I am happy. I want 2 stone. I have 2 stone. I'm happy. If you see red on this side, it means I'm backed up. Something's wrong. It's an error indicator. So that's always nice to see on your suppliers. You want to see the 2 red bars toward the front, of the input of the manager here. So, but first, before we ask for stuff, so we're going to ask for something here. He says, hey, I'm not happy, I need some stuff. And this guy says, hey, you know what? I don't have any of that stuff. Nobody has any of that stuff. So let's just give this guy supply of stone. The stone comes in. He still doesn't care, huh? He's managing stone. Interesting. Oh, he's set to 1 or 0. Let's set this guy back to 1. Now he says, I have priority. All right, fine, I'll give you the stone. Now, that guy is giving out 2 stacks per pulse. If you just saw 3 stacks in the pipe, that is because he's sending out 2 stacks each. This guy's saying, I need a stack of 2, and he just keeps trying to send out 2 stacks until this guy says, okay, I'm satisfied, I have 2. So I've got a couple other things set up over here. This guy wants 1 stone and 3 wood, and he's set to also have a priority of 1. And same for this guy, except he wants a bunch of different things. All these guys are the same priority. So if I pull out of here, this 0 priority is going to keep supplying until this guy's happy. Now, if this guy was set to 2, this first guy would make sure that this priority 2 guy was fulfilled before he tried to fill up any of these priority 1 guys. So that's how you use priority. So now down here, we've got another supplier who's working with a sandstone block here. He's got 2 as well. Let's see what happens when we request from this guy. Okay, we see the pulses coming out with items. Good. And he's supplied now. Now they're going to go back and go right back into this chest because this guy is the default path for sandstone. He's managing sandstone. Perfect. Now let's say you wanted to set up a default path because you have items that you have managers that don't know what to do with them. Not all your items are going to be in here. You might have like a tool or something like that. In this instance, we're going to say stone slab is the item you have that's overflow. This guy, when you put it in here, he's going to say, I'm not supposed to manage that, and send it off into the system. Now it's going to end up in your default chest. Very cool. Now, if you didn't have that default chest, let's see what happens. It's probably going to back it up, but we're going to check that out. If you say, here you go, and he says, wait a minute, that's not my thing. I'm supposed to get rid of this. He's backed up. He's got an error. He says, I've got something I'm not supposed to have in my chest, but I don't know what to do with it. So that's when you're going to give it, okay, well, why don't you put it in this chest, default? He says, that sounds good to me. And he sends it to the default chest. Okay? So now let's say, again, this guy's, I've pushed the redstone signal and I crafted the item that uses this sandstone and it's been taken up. And this guy says, hey, I need more sandstone. So this guy says, sure, I got tons. He sends stacks of 2 down. The first stack satisfies it. Wait a minute, it's going into the default path. Why is that? Because the sandstone is not going to make its way all the way back to this manager here from this chest because there's no item manager on this chest to talk back and forth. So the items just dump off into the closest inventory. If you want your items to be managed, they have to have a manager on every one of your chests. You will not be able to pull items out of the default chest. Now, in order to prevent that, you can say this. Let's break this default chest and add one of these restriction tubes. Now, a restriction tube means treat this as about 1,000 or so tubes or something ridiculously long to say, this is the furthest inventory away in the system. And now let's see what happens when I request 2 sandstone again from this guy. He says, hey, I need 2 sandstone. No problem. I got more. Sends out stacks of 2. The item's fulfilled. And now the closest inventory in the system that accepts sandstone is this original guy right here. Okay? So you really only want 2 paths. The reason it went here is this guy can accept sandstone, and so can this guy. So it picked the shortest path. Now, if you have another priority 0 guy who can accept sandstone, you're going to have the same problem. It's going to get locked up. So the only thing that's complicated about this system is you have to make sure that your managers are set up to only allow 1 pathway for your item or it gets locked up. As you can see, there are 2 pathways, but this is the longest pathway now to my default chest. You got to make sure that you do that. And we're back, and that's how managers work, and that's probably going to make this... Oh, I got my jetpack on. Probably don't want that sucker on. That's going to make this video a little long because that was almost a 10-minute video on managers, but it's definitely worth it. We might as well just hook these guys up too. Managers are crazy, and you really need to check them out. They're awesome. When I saw them being used for the first time, when I saw what they can do, I was just like, what? That is what I've been waiting for. You know, I've really been waiting. Most people know I've been waiting for logistics pipes for a long time. I played Tekkit 1.2.5, and they didn't have that logistics pipes. So sorting and everything, it was great with the sorting machine, but these are just ridiculous. They trump those by a long shot. We're also going to want one right here. And let's put a pipe on it, because remember, if you don't, it will spit items out. Well, this one's not going to have power right away, so this will be fine. We'll have to figure out how to give that guy power. Did not actually think of that. So now that I've got them all set up, let's run some pipe here so they don't freak out when I flip them around. And we're going to have to come down one more. Kind of want it to go like this, like a star system. Like we'll probably hook these guys. And they don't have, there's going to be no paint involved. So I know in the past there's been paint involved in my systems because you had to tell the sorter where you're going to put stuff. But these guys don't require paint. They're a little bit smarter than that. So you can just kind of hook them up like I'm doing here. They all just have to be hooked up to the system. That's all that has to happen. And that's not what I wanted there. Alright, so like that. Now they're all hooked up, at least to this pipe right here. Now we have to hook them to this guy. So I'm just going to do it straight up because I don't want it to, let's see, how is that working out here? I want it to take up as little room as possible. So there we go. I would probably put it into the ceiling if you could do covers with these blocks, but that you can't. So maybe in the future, but for now that looks fine. In fact, we could put them up one higher. That would be kind of neat. Yeah, let's do that because I don't want to, that's a little too low. That's kind of why I made the roof so tall, is because I didn't want to have, you know, pipes and stuff sticking out everywhere. So we're going to have to knock that out. And these two, let's see, knock these out. Yeah, I like that a lot better, actually. We're probably going to have to, how are we going to turn those? I think the pipe's going to block it, but we'll see in a minute. If it blocks it, we'll deal with it later. So, pretty cool. That's much better. Again, it doesn't have to look super pretty down here, but, you know, I want it to look nice. As nice as we can make it anyway. And that's probably as nice as we can make it. So, there we go. All right. So the way this is going to work is this is my chest that everything's going to pop into that you can't see now because the item manager is on top of it. When an item manager is on top of a chest, you can't open it. So it doesn't really matter that I can't even see it because I won't even be able to open it. What the item manager is going to do is once all the junk, it's either going to be going down the default path here and land in this chest because it's not going through our processing system, or it's going to get processed and pulled out with the regular retriever here and land in this chest. Everything is going to end up in this chest. This manager is going to look like this. Nothing's in it. He doesn't care. He's just here to hook up to the rest of the system. These guys are going to have each different kind of items in there, like all the stuff I want to be in this chest. So, you know, bars, different ores I'm not macerating yet or pulverizing. Everything that I want in that chest will be there. It's kind of not. It's probably okay that there's only 24 because I'm not going to do the thing where I sort everything anymore. There's just going to be a lot of stuff in the default chests for this version. Let's see if I can turn these. I can. Cool. Now it's pulling stuff. That's okay. I'll fix it later. It's kind of. I didn't even know you could do that. It's actually looking through the other managers. It's pulling from the other manager's inventory, I think is what it's doing. Now this, wow. I didn't know this would happen. So it's moving stuff everywhere. That's connected to a chest? Oh, it is. So let's try to be a little bit faster with this because it's moving crap all over the place. And I think I had it. Actually, there we go. So you really want to do this without chests that are full, I think is definitely how you want to do it. We don't really have that luxury, so, oh well, there's not a lot we can do about it. I might have to unclog these things, but once I tell it things where I want it to be, where I want things to go, it'll be fine. And let's set up a default chest real quick. My default, actually the last one I want to be the default chest. So let's take that manager off. For the default chest, you don't have a manager. The one thing you do have is something that I actually didn't craft. I can probably do it down here. It's called a restriction pipe. Your last chest needs to have a restriction tube on it. A restriction tube basically acts like an infinite amount of tubes between the previous inventory and the inventory that has the tube connected to it. So it just needs one of these and one iron, which we'll just pull out of here because why not? They're easily available. And we'll make that the default. For when it doesn't know where to send stuff, it'll send it to this default. I probably should hook up all the managers with stuff before I do hook this up, though. Actually, that is the one that is the default, isn't it? See, and it's just shooting out junk that I loaded into it. And wait, there wasn't anything up there. Oh, it was inside the manager. And that's okay. We'll put a chest on there in a sec here. So what I'm going to do, and I can't pull anything out of there, but that's fine. I have everything I need here. Now I got a bunch of junk though. Let's see. It'll be fine. I think I have enough space. So let's just get a couple of these guys. I'm going to get all my different ores that I'm processing here. I already got tin. Let's get iron. Let's get so since I have told you where I got all this stuff, I can sort it now. Actually, these were already sorted. They need to be sorted again a slight amount here. Alright, so we're going to put, let's see, we got all those. We're going to get gold. And lead. I think that's all of them. Well, we're just going to do this a little bit at a time, I think. So let's load this guy with this stuff. So we got, let's do it in order like I usually like to do it. Order of rarity, well, not really order of rarity, but, ooh, we're missing silver. That's what we're missing. Get in here? Tin, silver? No? A little bit lower, and yes. Okay. Now, we've got so much stuff, we're not going to be able to sort it all into these chests. They're not going to be able to hold this much stuff. So, I don't know what we're going to do about that, but it's definitely not going to be able to do it. So, that means I probably need to break this. Actually, that was probably the wrong one to break. Let's see if I have covers to cover that up. Forgot that that's where my pipe was. Let's break this one. And I have access to the chest now, but now I can't get out. That's really a problem. Okay, there we go. In fact, let's break this one. I'll make up my mind one of these days. Alright? Alright. Cool. Now, still can't access the chest. That's true. Maybe I should move the chest up just for this little operation here. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's move this chest up. It's going to pop stuff everywhere, though. Let's make a separate chest right now to dump items in for sorting. Probably can just be a gold chest, and I actually should have all the stuff down here that I need to make a gold chest. I'm going to need some iron. Actually, I'm going to make that gold chest off camera just because we're running out of time. I'll be back. Okay, so I've got the gold chest here hooked up to this item manager. It doesn't have any power. Let's just run some power to it real quick. Kind of neat that we can just pull right off of this. This is just temporary. We're going to move it back to this position when we're all finished. Should be pretty sweet. And then I'll put, hide the wire and everything like that. Okay, so I need to put my manager in that position there. All these regular storage managers need to be put into, I don't care how many items I have in here, mode. And in priority 0 is what we're doing with these guys. When I make my auto crafters, I will have, and these guys have not been changed, have they? So we're going to have a little bit more chaos here, but it should be okay. Unless they're clogged up, then it's going to have a real problem. But as I tell it which ones you could sort to, it probably will be fine. We'll have to see, I guess. Let's change this guy. There we go. It should be okay because these guys don't know what they want to have in them yet. So they should just store whatever. They shouldn't be clogged, I don't think. But everything's going to be all mixed up. But that's just going to be the way it is. Okay, so I have set these guys right here up with just the ingots. So let's throw a couple stacks in there and see what happens. Well, actually, I have some on me. So let's do these. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's yanking them. And up, it's sending them. This guy says, hey, I want those. There it goes. Nice. Very awesome. Okay. So I can do that with all these ores, and it's going to be kind of manual at this point. I might just pump stuff into that chest from here. I'm not sure because I don't have everything set up. The next thing we can set up, though, let's see. Let's sort this chest. Also, I got rocky drones and rocky princesses out of doing that quarry. That came from inside the stone. There were some beehives in there from extra bees. We'll be doing that in a little while. But not this episode, obviously. So now I know I can sort all my bars. Let's do coal, I think was the next one, right? Let's see, coal. What was the next chest? Coal is like standard. Oh, dusts. That's right. Oh, uranium is another thing that was in this first one. So off camera, I'm going to get all these set up, and I'll be back very quickly afterward to show you this thing sorting when I get all these set up. Hold on a second. Alright, so we got everything pretty much set up, really just for the 4 chests right here that I'm sorting now. I'm going to do the rest of them off camera, but if I right-click right there, this is going to be my zirconium chest, because I'm getting so many of those. I need to get a black one. This is going to be just the random, or the diamonds and gems and stuff chest, and the DungeCraft stuff's probably going to be moving later, but this is dusts and dirt and coal and stuff like that. Not dirt, but just precious dirts. So ingots and ores. This actually almost filled up this whole thing. So that's how that's going to be set up. I know this video is running a little long, but I wanted to finish this. So up here, it's going to look a little nastier just because we're going to have these up here. And then we're also going to have some right here. And I did not make enough of them. I need one more, but that's okay. So let's get these turned before they get power, because power is going to be a big problem as well. In fact, it's going to be weird to have these here. I might not even be able to have barrels here. I might have to use chests, which I really don't want to do. I want to use these barrels. I could have these downstairs, but then I have to run downstairs every time I want, some cobble or whatever. I could have one chest, but just some cobble and everything. Have like a huge stash downstairs for when I want to do big projects. That is not a bad idea, because I can't put covers on this wall. So in order to give it power, I'd have to cut this wall out, and I really don't want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to relocate these downstairs. Probably in the same place I have the regular barrels, but I just won't need so many. So we're pretty much set up. I'm not going to set the barrels up. I'll just show you how they work. You do have to interact with barrels on top. You cannot interact with them on bottom, because you're supposed to pull from the bottom and put into the top. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. It's going to be very interesting. I'll probably show you that at the beginning of the next episode, but let's just get some of this going so we can see how this thing is going to work. I don't have any inventory space, really. that should be fine. Just put a couple tools away. Let's see. We can put, let's see. I can put this away. I can put that away. I don't like doing this on camera, but really just want to get this finished. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, so coal, some Zycorum, amber, just random junk, doesn't matter. The shiny ingots I did not do. So I'll be doing something to pump all this stuff in. So we'll watch this thing split up. Now, there's only a couple different things I put in there, but we're going to see how it works. So there we go. And the Zycorum is going to end up over here. Very nice. Sweet. That's a sweet system. So I'm going to put all that stuff that I got out of the quarry into this chest and have it sort all through my system here. And I will be back to see you guys next episode, episode 23, where I'm going to be done with the sorting system, done with the quarry and everything, finally, and I'm ready to do different projects. I'll probably be starting some DungeCraft. So see you guys next time.